Hi everyone, welcome back. Finally, the long-awaited makeup essential video is here. If you find the information helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Now let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome back. We are going to be going over chapter 12 in the Standard Aesthetics My Lady textbook. Chapter 12 starts on page 551. 551. Chapter 12 is going over makeup essentials. So if you have the same textbook, I'm inviting you to take it out, follow along, and just so that you are aware, anything that you see highlighted, you will also notice that on some of the items that are highlighted, there's a number next to them. If you have a paper test, it could definitely help you answer some of those questions. Now, I will say that chapter 12, Makeup Essentials, is a very long chapter. So we'll try to go over it together. There will be some information that I'll be leaving out for you to go over on your own, but I promise we'll get through most of it together in this video. So again, I'll give you guys a minute to take out anything that you may need to follow along, and I hope you find all of this helpful. Chapter 12, Makeup Essentials. Explain makeup essentials as it relates to an esthetician's skill set. Whether you are interested in makeup as a standalone career or as a complement to your aesthetic practice, having foundational knowledge of the skin is the hallmark of great makeup. The skin is the canvas the makeup artist works on. Therefore, the makeup artist is training in aesthetics, has a distinct advantage and more opportunities available. Makeup can boost your client's confidence in their appearance, which in itself is a rewarding experience, but it can also be a lucrative addition to an esthetician's repertoire. Next page, and we are at the top of page 552. The cosmetic industry is a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. Sales often remain steady despite the tightening of budgets at home as clients seek the latest makeup trends or to simply enhance their looks. The art of makeup can open many doors to a rewarding, diverse, and stable career. Estheticians should have a thorough understanding of makeup because makeup knowledge and application skills add another element of expertise to enhance your reputation, grow your clientele, and increase menu services and revenues. Clients rely on makeup artists to design fresh makeup looks ranging from beauty and fashion to edgy and editorial. The makeup industry seasonal creation of new products can offer opportunities to retail the latest color and create new looks for your clients. Please highlight the following. The understanding of products, color theory, makeup techniques, facial feature analysis are all part of being a successful makeup artist. Educated estheticians will be confident when providing consultations, product recommendation, makeup application, and lash procedures. Describe the principles of cosmetic color theory. The art of makeup has very few rules. Color can be used to create mood, emotion, and harmony. However, your selection of colors will depend on the rule of color theory. Color theory is the foundation of color selection, impacting every area of makeup from foundation to blush, eyeshadow, and lipsticks. It is important in helping clients resolve issues and create a harmonious look on every face. It will guide you as you choose proper makeup colors to enhance your client's skin tone, dramatize their features, or completely reinvent their looks. The color wheel. Understanding color theory begins with the color wheel. The color wheel is based on the three primary colors, which are red, yellow, and blue. Top of page 553. The traditional color wheel is a creation of the various combination of color stemming from the three primary hues and resulting in 12 main divisions. The term hue refers to any color in its purest form, lacking any black shade or white tint. The hue of a color represents just one dimension of a particular color. The color wheel does not change and will always serve as your core color selection guide. Let's talk about primary colors. Please highlight the following. Primary colors are fundamental colors that cannot be combined from a mixture. The primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. These are the main spectral colors of light seen in a prism from sunlight. Secondary colors. Secondary colors are obtained by mixing equal parts of two primary colors. The secondary colors include orange, green, and violet. Red, being a primary color, mixed with yellow, another primary color, makes orange, a secondary. Red primary mixed with blue, another primary, makes violet, a secondary color. Yellow, a primary color, mixed with blue, another primary color, makes green, which is a secondary color. Notice on the color wheel the triangular positioning of the primary colors in relation to one another or how the secondary colors fall between them. Now let's talk about tertiary colors. Please highlight the following. Tertiary colors are formed by mixing equal amounts of a primary color and its neighboring secondary color on the color wheel. These colors are named by primary color first, secondary color second. So for example, when we mix blue with violet, we call the resulting color blue-violet, making it a tertiary color. Other examples of tertiary colors include blue-green, yellow-green, which is olive, orange-red, or red-violet, as shown at the bottom of page 553. Anything that you see on my book that is highlighted or has a star next to it, if you're following along, feel free to do the same. Next page. These are the final 6 colors of a traditional color wheel. Earth tones, colors such as brown and khaki, are tertiary colors that are created by mixing 3 primary colors together. Complementary colors. Complementary colors are colors that fall directly across from each other on the color wheel. When used next to each other, they create a distinct contrast, with each intensifying the appearance of the other. This can be beneficial when you want a particular color to clearly stand out. So for example, if you place blue next to orange, the blue seems to look more blue and the orange seems brighter. Complementary colors are frequently used when the goal of a makeup artist is a vibrant, dynamic, and dramatic look, such as emphasizing an eye color. Analogous colors. Analogous colors are colors that are located directly next to each other on the color wheel. They create minimal contrast and therefore match very well. Analogous colors are used in makeup application for soft, subtle looks such as in everyday makeup and many bridal applications. They can also be used to call attention to a specific facial feature rather than the makeup itself. Now let's talk about color saturation. Color saturation refers to the pureness of a color or the dominance of a hue in a color. It can vary in intensity. A fully saturated color is the truest version of that color, and it is extremely vibrant, strong, and intense. To use an example, the hues used for each of the 12 shades on the basic color wheel are saturated. Saturation changes as the hue moves from the outer edge of the color wheel towards the center where it is less intense and begins to appear gray. When color is saturated, a larger amount of pure color has been removed. Desaturated colors are colors mixed with white and located towards the inner ring of the color wheel. They contain a large amount of gray and very little remaining pure color, and they are often considered neutral. The degree of saturation is the range from the outer edge of the color wheel to the center perpendicular to the value axis. The value or brightness of a color is how light or how dark it is. This depends on the amount of light emanating from the color. If it is lighter and closer to white, the color is brighter and higher in value. The various degrees of saturation creates tints, shades, and tones. A tint occurs when white is added to a pure hue. A shade occurs when black is added to a pure hue. A tone occurs when gray is added to a pure hue, as shown on figure 12.8, bottom of page 555. Top of page 556, warm and cool colors. A thorough understanding of warm and cool colors will enable you to determine skin tone and properly enhance your client's appearance with a harmonious and flattering look. Warm colors have a yellow undertone and orange from yellow and gold through the oranges, red oranges, most reds, and even some yellow greens. Cool colors, on the other hand, have a blue undertone, suggest coolness, and are dominant from blues, greens, violets, and blue reds. Warm and cool makeup colors can be used to alter and emphasize facial features, especially eye color. They can also dramatize an outfit or a special look. If you were to divide a color wheel in half, the middle of green and the middle of red, one half would represent warm colors and the other would represent cool colors. The red-yellow side of the wheel represents the warm colors and the blue-green side represents cool colors. The line down the center, both the green and red colors, is to show that green and red can be both warm and cool. If red is orange-based, it is warm. If red is blue-based, it is cool. Green is similar. If green is yellow-based, it will make it warm. If green is blue-based, it makes it cool. Neutral colors are colors that do not complement or contrast any other color. Examples include brown and gray, along with multiple variations of each. They are a perfect blend of earthy tones. In makeup, they represent natural, soft, fresh colors and are acceptable color choices for any skin tone. Taupe, beige, and tan are widely used as neutral colors. Page 557 at the top. Use color theory to choose and coordinate makeup color selection. Now that you understand the basics of color theory, let's look at the plethora of color palettes at your fingertips and how to choose the colors that will best suit your client. Keep in mind, this is simply one way of choosing colors. The art of makeup application allows for more than one way to achieve the results you desire. Once you understand the basic rules of color selection, you can then go on and expand the ways you combine color. As you practice using these concepts and guidelines, they will become second nature and you will be increasingly confident in your color choices. As you look at the color wheel, think of it as a tool for determining color choice. There are three main factors to consider when choosing colors for a client: skin color, eye color, and hair color. You will also want to assess the client's face shape and features, which we will discuss shortly during the consultation. Color selection at a glance. To determine color selection, follow these steps. Number 1, determine skin color. Is it light, medium, or dark? Is it warm, cool, or neutral? Number 2, determine eye color, blue, green, brown, or other. Number 3, determine hair color. Is their hair color warm or cool? Once you have identified these 3 key areas, you can begin your color selection by choosing eye makeup. Colors based on complementary or contrasting colors and coordinating cheek and lip colors within the same color family. The best thing about choosing colors is the unlimited numbers of choices you have. Try one of the methods of the following colors. You can choose colors based on eye color and skin tone, or you might find that working with complementary colors makes you feel more comfortable. Determine skin color. When determining skin color, you must first decide if the skin is fair, medium, or dark, regardless of ethnic background. Skin varies in color and tone from person to person. The tone of the skin is also known as a hue in terms of skin. Tone is used to describe the warmth or coolness of a color, and it is generally classified as light, medium, or dark. Top of page 558. Then determine whether the undertone is warm or cool. There are 3 general undertones, you guys. Cool colors would be pink, red, or bluish undertones. Warm colors would be yellow, peachy, or golden undertones. Then we have neutral colors, which is a mix of warm and cool undertones. To determine the client's undertone, use the neck or forearm if the client is frequently exposed to the sun. Then use the neck as a primary indicator of skin undertone. In natural light, place a white piece of paper or cloth next to the skin and determine the color that is most apparent. Look for yellow, red, pink, green, olive, or blue-brown undertones. Cool undertones will include pink and bluish hues. Warm undertones will range from peach to yellow and gold. Undertone also applies to makeup products. You may have heard people refer to a color as having a lot of blue in it. This does not mean that the color is a true blue. Rather, it means that a blue pigment was mixed to create that cosmetic formula. For example, deep red lipsticks are manufactured with a blue base. Tips on makeup application based on the tone and undertone. If skin color is light, you can use light colors for a soft, natural look. Medium to dark colors will create a more dramatic look. If the skin color is medium, medium tones will create an understated look. Light or dark tones will provide more contrast and will appear bolder. If the skin color is dark, dark tones will be most suitable. Medium to medium light or bright tones will be striking and vivid. For a neutral skin tone, match the foundation color to the color of the skin or use the corrective technique discussed later in this chapter. Considerations for alternating skin tones. For various reasons, some clients may wish to alter their skin tone. In terms of corrective makeup, you will be dealing with 2 basic skin tones, ruddy and sallow. Highlight the following. For ruddy skin that is unnaturally red and windburned or affected by rosacea, apply a yellow or green tinted foundation or a concealer, I will say, to the affected area, blending carefully. A yellow base foundation will neutralize excess red in the skin. A green base foundation, an opposite color to red, will block out excess redness but may appear in part a flat look to the skin overall. Choose the technique that best suits your needs. After you have applied the tinted foundation, you can use a light layer of flesh tone foundation on top of the corrective color to give the skin a natural glow. Setting it with translucent powder. You may not need blush at all for this application. If you do want to add blush, avoid red or pink tones. Opt instead for a nice neutral tan shade. For sallow skin, which is skin that has a yellowish hue, apply a pink base foundation on the affected areas and blend carefully into the jaw and neck. Set it with translucent powder. Avoid using yellow-based colors for eyes, cheeks, and lips. All right, you guys, we're on page 560, and as you guys can see, there's a chart here that is giving you the makeup color, color intensity, and its description. I'm not going to be reading all of it, but I do want to point out the color black and white. So please highlight that or underline it and put a star next to it. It will help you answer your paper test question for question number 29. So black, you guys, makeup color black, color intensity is neutral. Black combines well with all other colors. A black outfit can create a contrast for light skin and hair. When the skin and hair are dark, a lighter color contrast near the face acts as a frame or highlighting for the face. White, considered to be cool, neutral as far as color intensity. White is easy to wear, but be cautious of its undertone. Some materials reflect beige or yellow undertones, or off-white would be a little warm, while other appear slightly blue. White combines well with all other colors. Bottom of page 560. Determine eye color. Just as there are many skin colors, there are many eye colors. It is easy to categorize eyes into blue, green, brown, and hazel. However, as any makeup artist knows, each of these colors has many variations. Individual eye color helps you as a makeup artist choose eyeshadow colors depending upon whether you're trying to enhance the natural color or make it pop with a contrasting color. So when selecting eye color, neutral tones are always the safest choice. They contain elements of warm and cool, plus they complement any skin color, eye color, or hair color. Neutral colors range from taupe to brown and from gray to white or black. They may have a warm or cool base, so for example, plum brown, charcoal gray, and blue gray are considered cool neutrals. An orange brown is considered a warm neutral. Matching shadow color with eye color creates a monochromatic field with a less dramatic depth of contrast. Please highlight that. Selecting eyeshadows in complementary colors will emphasize eyes the most. You may refer back to the color wheel for additional help in determining complementary eyeshadow colors. All right, you guys, now let's talk about complementary colors for blue eyes. Orange is the complementary color for blue because orange contains yellow and red. Shadows with any of these colors in them will make eyes look more blue. Common choices include gold, warm orange browns like peach and copper, red browns like mauves and plums, and neutrals like taupe and camel. So here are the example options that they're giving us. Complementary colors for green eyes. So red is the complementary color to green. Because red shadows tend to make the eyes look tired or bloodshot, pure red tones are obviously not recommended. Instead, use brown-based reds or other color options next to red on the color wheel. These include red orange, red violets, and violets. Popular choices are coppers, rust, pinks, plums, mauves, and purples, like the one shown at the bottom of page 561. Now let's talk about complementary colors for brown eyes. Brown eyes are neutral and can wear just about any color. Recommended choices include contrasting colors such as greens, blues, grays, and silvers. Coordinate cheek and lip color with eye color. After choosing the eye makeup, coordinate the cheek and lip makeup in the same warm or cool color family. So for example, suppose your client has green eyes and you recommended plums for her, which are cool. Now you should stay with the cool color for the cheeks and lips so they will coordinate with the eye makeup. You could also choose neutrals because they contain both warm and cool elements and coordinate with any makeup color. Once you know color theory, you can experiment. So for example, try using a violet eyeshadow on a client with green eyes with an orange-red lipstick instead of a plum color. On page 562, it is also going over determining hair color to help you complete a total look. I will let you guys read over this along with the chart. Now, on page 563, it's saying mature and texture skin. How do we help with the process of this application? Here are tips when working with mature clients or clients who have enlarged pores and texture skin due to acne scarring or excessive sun exposure. Well, products made with shimmer, glitter will actually accentuate skin texture, you guys. So perhaps avoiding anything that is too shimmery will be your best option. You want to opt in for something that is more matte. Colors that are more matte, meaning not shiny, can reduce the appearance of texture from fine lines and uneven skin. Identify face shapes and proportions for makeup application. Understanding face shapes is helpful for determining where to place lighter and darker tones of makeup for greater impact. You may want to use light or dark colors to accentuate or de-emphasize certain features. As we know it as highlighting and contouring, correct? So we're on page 564 at the very top. Analyzing face shapes. Highlight the following. The ability to analyze face shapes is helpful in a variety of aesthetic areas. The face shape can be a determining factor in hairstyles, the size and shape of hats, reading, and sunglasses and jewelry. For the makeup artist, understanding how to help a client accentuate features they wish to be more prominent and de-emphasize ones that they prefer to go unnoticed is a valuable skill. Please refer to the face shapes chart, which we'll go over shortly, for a complete list of face shapes. You will refer to the standard artistic proportions when practicing highlighting and contouring. Makeup application techniques to be discussed later in this chapter. Let's talk about oval face shape. As professionals in today's modern world, we are all well aware that there is no such a thing as the perfect face, right? All clients are perfect in their own way. While all faces shapes are attractive in their own way, the oval face with well-proportionate features has long been considered the ideal face shape. The face is divided into 3 equal horizontal sections, you guys. The first third is measured from the hairline to the top of the eyebrows. The second third is measured from the top of the eyebrows to the tip of the nose. The last third is measured from the tip of the nose to the bottom of the chin. Here's an example of that. The oval face is about 1.5 times longer than its width across the brows. The ideal distance between the eyes is the width of one eye. Again, there's an example. So the following table has different face shapes, as you guys can see here on page 564. Here's oval, round, square, rectangle or oblong, triangle, which would be considered a pear shape, heart shape, and diamond shape. I want you guys to highlight and put a star next to the oval shape. Again, characteristics will be it is widest at the temple and forehead, tapering down to a curved chin. This is considered the ideal face shape because of its balance and overall look of symmetry. And I will let you guys read over the other face shapes on your own. Next page, we're on page 566. Describe the different types of cosmetics and their uses. Most products come in several forms, including powders, creams, and liquids, in an assortment of containers and packages. Makeup formulations are evolving with a focus on maintaining healthier skin. Let's take a look at the product formulations, application techniques, and facial features of each type of product currently available. Foundation. You guys, please highlight the following and put a star next to it. This will help you answer your question number 4 on your paper test. Foundation, also known as base makeup. It is a tinted cosmetic used to even out skin tone and color, conceal imperfections, and protect the skin from the outside elements of climate, dirt, and pollution. Dark circles, blemishes, pigmentation, redness, and other concerns can be neutralized with foundation. Face makeup comes in different forms, mainly creams, liquid, powder, and mineral. Most people may need different makeup colors. In the summer, maybe a little darker, and winter, maybe a little lighter, as some people tend to tan. Foundation that usually contain mineral oil or other oils are referred to as oil-based. These products are a good choice for normal to dry skin. Oil-free products are referred to as water-based. Water-based foundations generally give a more matte, non-shiny finish to help conceal minor blemishes and discoloration. These foundations are preferred for oily skin and sensitive skin. Silicone-based products are good for occluding the skin and providing a more even surface. They are also diffused imperfections. Silicone-based makeup is also more durable for prolonged wear, and it is excellent choice for bridal makeup, meaning it will probably last a little longer. Alcohol-based makeup is also available for extreme durability, and it is popular for special effects artists as well as for temporary tattoos. Alcohol-based makeup is not ideal for prolonged wear as it can exacerbate dry skin. Highlight the following and put a star next to it. Product ingredients continue to advance. The ingredients of a foundation consist mainly of water, emollient bases, humectants, pigments, binders, fragrances, and preservatives, sunscreens, plant extracts, vitamins, and other ingredients beneficial to the skin are also added to some face makeup. Some liquid foundations are combinations of organic and inorganic pigments in alcohol and water-based solutions. Bentonite, a clay base, is added to help keep the product blended and absorbs excess oil. This liquid formulation is generally suited for clients with oily to normal skin conditions to desire sheer to medium coverage. Other liquid foundations are oil-based, like cream. Foundations are thicker and give medium to a heavier coverage. They're generally suited for dry to normal skin. Cake makeup, also known as pancake makeup. For some reason, that always makes me, I think it's so funny. It is a heavy cream foundation. It is normally applied to the face with a moistened cosmetic sponge, and it is used for theater and film or whenever extreme coverage is needed. Then it goes on talking about grease paint. Is a heavy cream makeup used for theatrical purposes. Certain makeup products are created for effects and work beautifully for short periods of time and for smaller areas of coverage. Primers, most of you guys probably use a primer, are liquids or silicone-based formulas designed to go underneath the foundation and other products to prepare the skin for the makeup application and to help keep the product on the skin, right? Primers provide a smooth surface for the makeup while keeping products off the skin so it is not broken down by the natural oils of the skin. And of course, you guys, we know that there is a lot of different foundations on the market that you can look into. Some that come with more of a dewy finish, again with more of a matte finish. And this would be something like a cream foundation. Could also be used as a concealer or to contour, whatever. The beauty of makeup is that, yes, obviously you can break the rules and use what you have in which way you find to be most appropriate. But again, this would be a cream foundation versus obviously something like a liquid. Bottom of page 567, mineral makeup. Mineral makeup is composed of minerals and other ingredients and is designed to be healthy for the skin. A mineral-based foundation is considered more non-comedogenic and natural than liquid foundation. This makeup is not as heavy as other types. Next page. Of products, mineral pigments are found in a range of products including powders, eyeshadows, and blush. Mineral foundations provide good coverage yet are lightweight. If lightly applied, mineral makeup can reflect light from lines and creases and minimize imperfections. Mineral makeup is popular as camouflage makeup after surgery. highlight the following. Many companies offer a mineral makeup line. The quality of ingredients and type of minerals used in formulas will affect the coverage, look, and feel of the makeup. Some formulas have a tendency to be shiny and can also be too dry for some mature clients who prefer liquid foundation. If applied too heavily, they can actually set in wrinkles, which makes them more noticeable. Mineral makeup ingredients may include titanium dioxide, zinc oxide, mica, silica, magnesium stearate, bismuth oxychloride, iron oxides, kaolin clay, and rice powder. Synthetic preservatives, fragrances, talc, and dyes are commonly used in cosmetics but are not recommended ingredients because they may trigger allergic reactions. Next, let's talk about concealers. Concealers are used to cover blemishes and discolorations and may be applied before or after foundation. They're available in pots, pencils, wands, and sticks, and a range of colors to coordinate with or match skin tones. Concealers may contain moisturizers or control oil, depending on the formulation. The chemical composition of concealers is similar to that of a cream foundation, which is what I mentioned. So you guys, having a wide range of concealers is obviously something that is necessary, especially when you are a working, traveling, freelance makeup artist. Face powders. Face powder is used to add a matte or non-shiny finish to the face. It enhances the skin's natural color, helping to conceal minor blemishes and discolorations and diminish excessive color and shine. Face powder is also used to set foundation. Loose powder and pressed powder are the two most widely used forms of face powder. Both types have the same basic composition. Pressed powders are compressed and held together with binders so that they do not crumble. Face powders are available in a variety of tints and shades and in different weights, so meaning more sheer or a little bit more heavy. Coverage depends on the weight, formulation, and of course the application. Face powders consist of a powder base mixed with a coloring agent, pigment. Ingredients in powders may include, again, talc, zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, dimethicone, kaolin, tocopherol acetate, zinc stearate, and magnesium stearate. So some examples of some pressed powders, you guys. They come in many different forms that look like this. This is from MAC Studio Fix Powder. I mean, you name it. There are so many different shade range of this product, and I really do actually love using the Studio Fix powders from MAC. I do find them to give a really nice, flawless airbrush look type of finish, and the coverage is really great. Now, loose powders or setting powders will be powders that look like this, that are typically used to either set the under eye. When I use something like this is from the brand RCMA. I usually apply this, let's say for example, under the eye, let it sit for a short amount of time, then dust it off, and then I go over it with a tinted skin tone powder, press powder, like the one I just showed you. Blush. Let's talk about blush. Cheek colors available again in cream, liquid, dry pressed, and loose powder form. Blushes give the face a natural looking glow, you guys, and help create facial balance. Powder blush is the most common cheek color and consists of ingredients similar to powders with colorant added. Cream or gel cheek colors resemble cream foundations and are generally preferred for dry and normal skin. Cream and liquid blush fall into two categories, oil-based and emulsions. Oil-based formulations are combinations of pigments in an oil or fat base. Blends of waxes and oily liquids create a water-resistant product. In addition, cream cheek colors contain water dyes, thickeners, and a variety of surfactants or detergents that enable particles to penetrate the hair follicles and cracks in the skin. Because these ingredients can potentially clog the follicle, it is important to remind clients to remove their makeup each night. You heard that right. Do not sleep with your makeup on. Do not sleep with your makeup on. So yes, you guys, there's many type of different blushes out there on the market. I think lately those cream blushes have become quite popular, but again, you can find palettes that look something like this that come with a variety of different shades. Again, there are some people that love blush, others that are not into it. Highlighters are lighter than the client's skin color, and they accentuate and bring out features such as the brow bone under the eye and temples, the chin, and the cheekbones. They are typically found in liquid and powder forms. And just in case, I'm sure you know what a highlighter looks like, but again, they look something like this. Most of them do have shimmer effects on them, and you can find them in different colors. Okay, so there you have it. Look at that. Very, very pretty. Eyeshadows, please highlight that and put a star next to it. Eyeshadows accentuate and contour the eyes. Eyeshadow colors come in an endless variety from warm to cool, neutral to bright, light to dark. Some powder eyeshadows are designed to be used either wet or dry. They also come in a variety of finishings, including matte or shimmer. Eyeshadow is available in cream, pressed, and dry powder form. Sticks and cream shadows are water-based with oil, petrolatum, thickeners, wax, perfumes, and preservatives. You guys, and color added. Next page, we're at the top of page 570. Water-resistant eyeshadows have a solvent base such as mineral spirits. Pressed and dry powder eyeshadows ingredients are similar to pressed face powder, mineral makeup, and blush. Let's talk about eyeliners. Highlight the following. Eyeliners is used to emphasize the eyes. It is available in pencil, liquid, and press cake form. With eyeliner, you can create a line on the eyelid close to the lashes to make the eyes appear larger and the lashes fuller. Pencil. Pencil is the most commonly used liner. Liquid or gel eyeliners create a more dramatic look. Powder liners and eyeshadows can be applied wet or dry. When applied wet, they are more vivid and stay on longer than when they are applied dry. Highlight the following. Eyeliner pencils consist of a wax, paraffin, or hardened oil-based petrolatum with a variety of additives to create color. Pencils are available in both soft and hard form for use on the eyebrow as well as the eye. Eyebrow color. Highlight the following. Eyebrows frame the eyes. The correct brow shape enhances the face and the entire makeup look. Eyebrow pencils, shades, pomades, and gel formulations are used to add color and shape to the eyebrows. They can be used to darken the eyebrows, correct their shape, or fill in sparse areas for the best results. Match the natural brow color or use a close shade of brown. The chemistry of eyebrow product is often similar to that of eyeliner pencils and eyeshadows. Mascara. Mascara darkens, defines, and thickens the eyelashes. There are two main types of mascaras, regular and waterproof. Both types are available in liquid, cake, and cream form in various shades and tints. The most popular mascara is a liquid formula in black or brown. These colors enhance the natural lashes, making them appear thicker and longer. Regular mascara is a good daily use product and can be easily removed with regular eye makeup remover. It may not be ideal for clients with seasonal allergies whose eyes water frequently, brides, or clients that may come in frequent direct contact with wind or water. Waterproof mascara is designed to stay on and not smudge when it comes in contact with water. Okay? And I believe you guys have more than likely tried either one of those two options. Let's talk about eye makeup remover. Eye makeup remover are either oil-based or water-based. So oil-based removers are generally mineral oil with a small amount of fragrance added. Oil-based removers are great for removing waterproof mascaras, dramatic eye makeup, and artificial eyelashes. Water-based removers are water solution in which witch hazel, boric acid oils, lanolin, and lanolin or lanolin derivatives and other solvents have been added. Water-based eye makeup remover is a good choice for removing regular mascara and light eye makeup, and it is a good alternative for clients who are sensitive to oil. Most products will come off with cleansers. It is not recommended to remove eye makeup while wearing contacts, as this can irritate the eye. Lip color. Lip color, lipstick, and gloss give color to the face and provides a finish to your makeup design. Lip color worn alone enhances the face like no other product can. Some lip colors contain sunscreen to protect the lips from harmful effects of the sun. Most contain moisturizers to keep the lips from becoming dry or chapped. Lip color is available in several forms, meaning creams, glosses, pencils, and sticks. Formulas include oils, waxes, and dyes. Castor oil is also a common ingredient in lipstick. Other oils used are olive mineral, sesame, cocoa butter, petrolatum, lecithin, and hydrogenated vegetable. Waxes commonly included in the ingredients are paraffin, beeswax, carnauba, and candelilla. The tinting agents DNC red number 27, DNC orange number 17, lake, and other related tints are examples of common coloring agents. Lakes are organic pigments that are formulated to be insoluble. Iron oxides, mica, and annatto are natural colorants sometimes used in lip colors. Lip glosses, plumpers, and stains are also popular. Please highlight that, you guys. Let's talk about lip liners. Lip liners is a makeup product intended to fill uneven areas on the outer edges of the lips to define their shape. Lip liners are also used to outline the lips and keep lipsticks inside the lip area, preventing the lip color from bleeding. Lip liner is most often found in pencil form, but consistencies vary from a firm waxy pencil to a softer cream pencil. Colors are available in the same broad range as lip colors, allowing you to properly match the lip liner to the chosen lip color shade of your choice. We're still on page 572. Prepare the makeup station and supplies for clients. Before you begin any makeup service, you will need the necessary products, tools, and supplies to prepare your makeup kit and work area for your client. Supplies and accessories. There are many supplies and accessories that you will find useful for your makeup application. These supplies may include the following: sponges. They're good for blending foundation, conceal, and powder. Wedge, an egg-shaped sponge like a beauty blender, for example, known as beauty blenders, are very popular choices. Use the large, thicker end of the sponge for foundation to get more coverage and control. Use the smaller sides to blend around the eyes. Note, sponges are porous and cannot be cleaned and disinfected and used again. They must be discarded after use. Next, spatulas. Please highlight that and put a star next to it. Use spatulas to remove products such as concealers or lipsticks from jars and containers. Do not put fingers into products. Use a new single-use or clean and disinfected spatula each time. Do not double dip. Tissue. Use tissue for blotting lipstick or powder. And you guys, here is a makeup supply checklist that you can use on page 573. On page 574, you can use brow combs, lash combs, cotton swabs, cleaning agents. Of course, don't forget your brushes. Use them to blend powder, blush, eyeshadows, as they work better than sponges, tips, or fingers. Brushes vary in sizes and shapes, and there are many options out there that you can definitely look into. Disposable brushes are ideal when working with clients. Of course, you will need your lash curler, hair clips, or headbands. Some makeup artists opt in for using a cape around your client, tweezers, sharpeners, mirrors, or mixing cups if needed. Use of makeup palettes. We're on page 575. So a single-use spatula or palette knife to place a small amount of product on a palette. This will keep the main product free of pathogens such as bacteria and fungus and protect your client from infection. Palettes are either straight and flat for mixing creams or have small indentations for working with loose products like powder. Some states require the use of a palette, so check your state board about licensure requirements. Makeup brushes. Again, makeup brushes come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Brushes are made of three parts: the hair bristle, the handle, and the ferrule. By running the brush hair across the hand, you can test the hair for softness and the bristles for shedding. So brush hairs are either natural animal hair or synthetic. Unlike natural hair brushes, synthetic brushes can be disinfected. Sable, squirrel, mink, goat, pony, and other blends are used for brushes. Natural hair brushes are more expensive than synthetic ones. Natural hair brushes are more frequently used to apply dry powder products, whereas synthetic bristles are better for moist products application. The first cut hair is a better quality and considered cruelty-free because it is sheared from the tips of the fur. Blunt cuts are less expensive and more coarse and prickly. Synthetic nylon and Teflon are stiffer bristles used for brow concealers and foundation brushes. You guys, I want you to put a star and highlight. The ferrule is the metal part that holds brushes intact. Choosing quality makeup brushes is important, so look for double crimping of the ferrule to avoid loose handles that come apart faster. So this part right here would be the ferrule of the makeup brush. So, and again, double crimping to avoid your bristles, okay, falling off a lot faster. And again, this chart here, it is showing the standard brush, type of brush, and the description for its use. So for example, this one here, powder brush, large, soft brush used for blending and to apply powder or blush. Okay, foundation brush is longer, flatter bristles that end in a round or oval compact shape used for applying and blending liquid cream and paste foundation and so forth. On page 577, it's going over how to care for your brushes, how to clean them, and how to disinfect them. So feel free to please go back and read this on your own. Next page, 578. Follow infection control requirements for makeup services. Follow proper infection control is important to keep you and your clients safe. Check your local regulations for proper makeup product and brush infection control requirements. Listed here are some basic infection control rules for makeup products and services. These safety measures should be followed by when applying makeup to avoid product contamination. Wash your hands before touching your client, obviously, or applying makeup. Do not touch product content with your fingers as this can spread bacteria from your skin, causing contamination. Do not touch open product with previously used applicators. This is called double dipping and can spread infection. Remove products with disposable single-use spatulas and distribute into clean palettes before applying. Okay, when using pressed powder, scrape powders with a clean spatula onto a clean palette or clean tissue before applying. Never apply lipstick, gloss, or eyebrow colors directly to the clients from the container or tube. Use a spatula to remove the product and then apply with a disposable applicator. Never apply mascara directly to the lashes from the container. Use a disposable mascara wand or spoolie to remove the product, then apply with a new wand. On page 579, you guys, so again, applicators. I want you guys to highlight where it says pencils. Pencils, sharpen pencils and wipe with tissue. If they cannot be sharpened, they cannot be cleaned. Pencils with auto rollers or felt tips cannot be sharpened and should never be used on a client. Sharpeners must be cleaned and disinfected after each use, ensuring that all product is removed and the blade is disinfected, along with testers, palettes, and supplies. All of this information, you guys, I know I'm reading over it a little bit quicker, but again, please make sure that you are going back and rereading all of this information on your own. Bottom of page 579, it's starting to talk about how to conduct a thorough makeup consultation with a client. The client consultation is a valuable tool for both you and the client. It allows you to spend time with your client and get to know their likes and dislikes before you begin. If possible, sit down with your client and help them fill out the client questionnaire. This will help you to better understand your client's needs and review the information before you begin the makeup session. Your client will appreciate that you are taking the time to work through the form with them, answering any questions they may have. Some common questions to ask during a consultation are the following. What are some of your needs or expectations today? Will you be attending a special occasion? Next page. Describe your makeup use. How much time do you spend applying makeup? What areas of concern would you like to focus on? What are your favorite colors? Do you have any makeup issues like allergies or irritation? Even though some of the questions listed above will be covered in the questionnaire, it is always a good idea to initiate a conversation with your client. You guys, once you have completed the client consultation forms, you can add client preferences such as noting colors they prefer during the makeup applications and so forth if you have a makeup questionnaire chart. But this is what a typical confidential makeup questionnaire looks like and all the questions that are typically asked. I do want you guys to put a star next to some of these questions are like, do you wear contact lenses? Yes or no? Do you take any medication that causes your eyes to be dry or itchy? Yes or no? Are you currently taking any prescriptions drugs that affect your skin? Okay. Do you have any health conditions that may cause sensitivities in your skin or eye area? Do you have any allergies? Do you have any allergies to skincare products? Now, a lot of these are yes or no questions, but I do want you guys to notate this information. It is a question on your paper test, so I want you to put a star next to it. Next page, we're at the top of page 582. Again, we are going to kind of scan through some of this information. I will point out some other things that I know you will be asked on your test. Again, you guys, I hope you're staying with me. It is a lot of information. It is a long chapter. Now, it is part of what we have to go through. So now, I do not think that you will get a whole lot of questions over makeup in your state exam, but this is information that for most of you girls or guys, if you wear makeup, then all of this is you already know. So you're probably like, okay, I know this information already, but we have to go through it. So, and again, we have to look at it from a different point of view because it's different when you are doing your own personal makeup application versus you doing a makeup application on someone else. And keeping those infection control practices in mind is something that perhaps you don't really think about when you are doing your own personal makeup, right? So let's keep going. The makeup station and consultation area. Try to have your makeup station in a visible yet semi-private area of the salon. Make sure that your makeup kits and stations are always cleaned and well organized before and after each client. Having good visual references at hand is also suggested as you discuss makeup styles with your clients. This will help to identify the desired look. Have an on-hand makeup example to reference with your client for inspiration, such as current magazines or digital images. Now, here's the thing when it comes to makeup artistry, you guys. Now, in today's time, all clients are going to be going through social media to look for inspiration. So, obviously, you having your own social media platform as a portfolio showcasing your work, your before and your afters to show your clients, and more than likely that is probably how your client found you in the first place. So that means that they have already looked at some of your work, but always asking to see what is it, if they have an inspo pic that they have in mind, or if they have a specific look that they would like for you to recreate. Communication is everything. Next, lighting. Having adequate lighting, flattering lighting is super, super important when it comes to makeup application. So make sure that you have proper lighting in your working space. Here it's talking about makeup lessons versus makeup application. So again, I'll let you guys read that upon your own when you have some free time. On page 583, perform makeup application techniques. Okay, now that you understand the many facets of selecting preferred colors for your client, let's take a look at application techniques for each product. Now, foundation application, highlight that, put a star next to it. That is your number 6 question on your paper test. When correctly applied, foundation creates an even canvas for the rest of the makeup application. Skin tone determines the selection of foundation color. As previously discussed, skin tones are generally classified as light, medium, and dark. Undertones are warm, cool, and neutral. Warm tones have yellow undertones. Cool tones have blue undertones. Neutral skin has equal amounts of warm and cool tones. So remember that. Matching and blending. Foundation should always be matched as close as possible to the actual skin color. If the foundation color is too light, it will have a chalky or ghostly appearance and it will sit on top of the skin. If the color is too dark, it will look dirty or artificial on the skin. The best way to determine the correct foundation color for your client is to apply a 1 to 2 inch vertical stripe of color below for the cheek down into the jawline. Blend slightly and then try other colors if necessary, you guys. I always like using a sponge to then basically blend it smoothly to see no visible lines. That is the best way. Supplies for foundation and application. Foundations are applied to the face with disposable makeup sponges or brushes. Sponges are banned in some states, so be sure to consult with your local regulatory agency. The sponge can be moist or dry. We're on page 584. Okay, obviously there's a lot of patting and rubbing that happens when you're trying to really blend out foundation. Concealer application. Concealer application. Highlight the following, put a star next to it. In most cases, concealer should match the tone of the foundation. You can apply this under or over foundation, beneath the eyes, and on other areas to conceal. Concealer is removed from the container with a spatula and may be applied with a concealer brush or a sponge. Place it sparingly over blemishes or areas of discoloration and blend. It is important to match concealer color to skin color as closely as possible. Highlighting and shading. Highlighters are lighter than the skin color, which we read that already, and they accentuate and brings out features such as the brow bone, under the brow and temples, the chin and the cheekbones. Contour, most of you guys already know what this is. Colors are usually darker shades used to define the cheekbones and make features appear smaller. Dark colors receding or diminish features. These highlighting and contouring products are found in both liquid and powder forms, depending on placement. These are applied in a variety of ways similar to shadow, blush, or concealer applications. Next, face powder applications. Bottom of page 584. Please highlight the following, put a star next to it. Face powder should match the natural skin tone and the foundation. Translucent powder, okay? Blends with all foundation. It will not change color when applied. Top of page 585. Highlight the following. Powder sets the foundation and finishes the makeup. This is actually applied after the foundation and before the rest of the makeup. It is also applied again after the blush to help blend and set the blush. Do not use too much powder as it can make skin appear dry and draw attention to wrinkles. Make sure the client's eyes are closed to avoid getting powder in the eyes. Apply face powder using a brush. Use a brush to blend and remove the excess powder. To apply, sweep in a circular or downward motion. Depending on the client, you can recommend both loose and pressed powder when suggesting products to a client. Then you guys is going over the application of loose powder and pressed powder, okay? And followed by blush application. We know that blush gives color to the face and accentuates the cheekbones. Choose a color that resembles the face when blushing. In most cases, that is pink or red tone. Adjusting for skin color. Apply blush just below the cheekbones, blending on top of the bones towards the top of the cheeks when you want to get that most flattering placement of blush to accentuate the client's cheekbone. Ask the client to tilt their head back on the aces of the occipital neck point. Notice how their cheekbones become more noticeable. Then slowly turn the client's head left and right. Now you have a better idea for placement. The blush domain area is no closer to the nostril than the center of the pupil and no lower to the jawbone, and then an imaginary line from the tip of the nose to the middle of the ear. And the blush gently kisses the temple areas but does not reach the hairline in that region. Depending on the formulation, blush is usually applied with a brush. Creams are applied with a stiff brush or sponges. Blend the color along the cheekbone so that it fades softly into the foundation. Keep blush placement away from the nose and below the temples. Eyeshadow application. Now, you guys, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time reading about application just because obviously if you are my student, my personal student, listening to this right now, I'm going to actually show you in person. So the application, reading the application is one thing, but showing the application is a different thing. Right now, what we are all trying to do is get through this test together, aren't we? So that's what we're doing. Eyeshadow application. So choose colors to bring out the eyes, even if the application is subtle. When applied to the lids, eyeshadow makes the eye appear brighter and more expressive. Using colors other than the eye color, okay, contrasting or complementary colors can enhance the eyes. Using light and dark contrast also bring attention to the eyes. Highlight the following, you guys. I hope you're following along and you're noting that anything that's highlighted or that has a star, I'm not sure if the numbers are very visible to the camera, but like this one says 14, 15, 17. Again, if you have this book and you have a paper test, these are the answers to those specific numbered questions. Okay, I think you guys figured that out already. Generally, a darker shade of eyeshadow make the natural color of the iris appear lighter, while a lighter shade makes the iris appear darker. The only set rules for selecting eye makeup color are that they should enhance the client's eyes and color choices should be flattering. Blending is the key, especially when using dark colors. A contour color is deeper and darker than the client's skin color. It is applied to minimize a specific area, to create contour in a crease, or to define the eyelash line. On page 587, let's read about eyeliner application. Eyeliner accentuates the eyes. Eyeliner can be applied before or after eyeshadow. Some clients prefer eyeliner that is in the same color as the lashes or mascara for a more natural look. More intense colors may be preferred to match shadow colors or seasonal color trends. As an alternative to pencils, eyeshadow used with a thin brush dipped in water works well as a wet liner. Dry shadow applied with a thin, firm brush also works. Gel and liquids are also popular. Highlight the following. Liner is applied to the top and bottom edge of the eye on the outside of the lashes, not the inner part of the eye. Applying it on the inner mucous membrane can be unhealthy for the eye and can lead to infection. Like eyeshadow application, be cautious when applying eyeliner. You must have a steady hand and be sure that your client remains still. Brace your hand by gently resting the base of your hand on a tissue against the cheek of the client. Sharpen the eyeliner pencil and wipe with a clean tissue before and after each use if needed. Also remember to clean and disinfect the sharpener after. Let's talk about mascara application. Bottom of page 587. Dip a new single-use wand into a clean tube of mascara and apply close to the base of the lashes out towards the tips, making sure your client is comfortable throughout the application. Bracing the hand lightly to the face allows for more control. The lower or upper lashes can be coated first. Have the client look up at the ceiling when applying mascara to the lower lashes. Let the mascara sit for a few seconds before having them look down or to the side to apply to the upper lashes. Highlight the following and put a star next to it. Curl the lashes before applying the mascara. This keeps the lash curler clean and avoids getting mascara on the upper lid. You can practice curling artificial lashes when they are still in their tray or by applying them to a mannequin head. Eyebrow color application. Measure the brow shape and follow the shaping guidelines as closely as possible. Check the brows before beginning the service to determine if any stray hairs need to be tweezed. Usually, the best starting point of the eyebrow color ranges from light brown to dark brown and from softer to richer colors. For a client with very dark brown or black hair, choose a warm black or very dark brown. For a client with pale blonde or platinum blonde hair, choose a very soft taupe color. For an older client with gray or silver gray hair, light taupe is usually the best option. Additionally, for a client with red hair, taupe or dark brown works great. To determine which color is best, check the hair color using taupe for strawberry blondes and those with lighter hair colors and dark browns for deep redheads. Using red for eyebrows can look artificial. To color in the brows, use a sweeping motion to follow the pattern of the hair. Brace your hands just above the brow, blend back and forth inside the brow line to achieve a natural look. Now let's talk about lip color application. Consider your overall makeup design. As you choose a lip color, lip products are available in numerous types. We've already discussed that. So on page 589 at the top, it says lip gloss, put a star, and highlight lip conditioners. Put on a lip moisturizer when starting the makeup application so it can soak in and moisturize before starting to apply the liner. A primer, foundation, or plumper can be applied prior to the lip color. Okay, using a lip brush. Okay, lip liners are color pencils used to line and define the lips. I think you guys know that already. And then lipsticks. Lip colors must not be applied directly from the container, but of course there's brushes and wands that are typically used to apply lipstick to the client's lips. Bottom of page 589 is going over makeup application tips and guidelines. Again, you guys, be sure that you go back and read anything that we did not go over in this video to help you. Again, it's talking a lot and going over a lot on actual application, which is very, very long, which will probably make this video almost 2 hours long, which is very long for some of you. And so I'm just kind of hitting those important areas, which everything's important, but I'm most definitely just highlighting areas that are going to be on your test, and I hope you understand and you find the information helpful. On page 591, it is going over use highlighting and contouring techniques for balance and proportions, and it is showing you the areas where you would contour typically and areas where you would highlight. So again, as you guys can see here in the picture on page 591, it is going over where they're applying the contour area around the forehead, on the cheekbones, and yet highlighting on the high peak point areas of the face. Again, there's a lot of really great information that I would highly recommend that you guys go back and read on your own in regards to contouring and highlighting. Now on page 592 and page 593, there's this really cool chart that is going over again highlighting and contouring makeup techniques for round face, triangular face, a narrow face. And again, it is showing you, like for example, for someone who has a round square face, reshaping techniques use two foundations, light and dark, with the darker shade blended on the outer edges of the temples, cheekbones, and jawline, and the light one from the center of the forehead down to the center of the face to the tip of the chin, as shown here in the picture, and so forth. If you're trying to cover up or minimize the appearance, for example, of a long prominent chin, to make a long or prominent chin appear less prominent, apply darker foundation over that area as shown in the picture. Now, obviously, you guys, all of this would have to be blended so that it's not like any harsh lines showing. On page 594, it continues. So I want you guys to put a star next to where it says wide nose. Apply foundation a shade lighter to the center of the nose. Apply darker foundation on both sides and blend them together. Put a star next to that. That's a question for your paper test number 31. Eye shapes. The eyes are very important when it comes to balancing facial features. Proper application of eye color and shadow can create the illusion of the eyes being larger or smaller, and it will enhance the overall look. All right, so for example, alternating eye shapes. Here's an example of a monolid. Small eyes, put a star next to that. To make small eyes appear larger, extend the eyeshadow slightly beyond the sides of the eyes. Place a lighter shadow over the lid, blending it out towards the temple and up to the brow. Apply a darker shadow to the crease and outer corners of the lower lid. Blend eyeliner softly from the center to the outer corners of both eyes along the eyelashes. Another alternative is no eyeliner. And lastly, apply mascara, brushing the lashes carefully, and so forth. So there is an example for deep set eyes, protruding eyes, round eyes, and so forth, you guys, on page 596. Now, page 597, it's talking about those good old eyebrows. Okay, eyebrow shaping, reshaping, and defining brows can be an art into itself, and we know that to be a fact. Well-groomed eyebrows are part of the complete makeup application. The eyebrow is the frame for the eyes, Over tweezed eyebrows may not grow back and can make the client appear older. Use caution when removing brow hairs by either tweezing or waxing them. Subtle changes in the shape of the brows can make a big difference in the client's overall look. Adjustments to eyebrow shape can also be used to enhance other facial features. So, for example, high arch, low, small forehead, and so forth. So these are basically brow shapes and reshaping techniques that you can do depending on what is best suited for the client. On page 598, it continues for wide set eyes, close set eyes, round face, okay, a longer face. So for example, for someone who has a longer face, okay, making the eyebrows almost straight, less arch, can create the illusion, okay, of a shorter face for this person. Do not extend the eyebrow lines further than the outside corners of the eyes. As you see here, they look almost straight, right? Now, for someone who has a square face, the face will appear more oval if there is a higher arch. So this is for sure very important, and I highly suggest that you guys read this because you may get some of these questions on your state board exam. Now, when a client wants to correct their eyebrow shape, begin by removing all unnecessary hairs and then demonstrate how to use the eyebrow pencil or shadow to fill in until the natural hairs obviously grow back in. Now, the ideal eyebrow shape. Now, this is just a guideline, right? But we definitely need something that can help us know how we can even start. So, the ideal eyebrow shape can be measured by using 3 lines. Highlight this and put a star next to it. The first line is vertical, measuring from the widest side of the nose and inner corner of the eye upward. This is where the eyebrow should begin. For wider nostrils, rest the applicator just above the nostrils for a more accurate starting point. The second line is from the outer corner of the nose to the outer corners of the eye. This is where the eyebrow should end. The third line is vertical from the outer circle of the iris, which is the color part of the eye, upward to the highest point of the brow arch. The client should be looking straight ahead as you determine this line. This third line is where the highest part of the brow arch would ideally be. And here are some examples right here. Next page for lips, okay? Let's talk about lips and basically outlining and how you can correct and reshaping techniques. Everything is shown on page 600 and page 601. Create special looks for special occasions. So, ladies and gentlemen, when working with a client for a special occasion, try to get as much information as possible about the event. Identify it as an evening event. Is it going to be something that's outdoors? Ask plenty of questions. If you are working with a client for an evening event, one with lower lighting and is more formal, suggest a stronger makeup look, perhaps with false eyelashes. If the event is a daytime or outdoor event, make sure you are working in similar lighting conditions to ensure the client will look great. Please highlight that and put a star next to it. So we know that bridal makeup, you guys, all of that is super important. I always say, and once in a while I get students that are really interested in offering makeup applications as a service. I would be a liar if I said that every student is interested in makeup application or offering it as a service. I do not get many that are, but it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And trust me, when someone gets engaged and they're working on, wedding preparation, trust me, making sure that they find a great makeup artist and even a hairstylist is right there next to finding that perfect wedding dress. Any bride, they want to look their best. And so makeup is a huge part of their big day. So makeup application for a bride is super important. Anything that's for a special occasion, you guys, you want to always try to do your best work on those clients. Again, on page 602, 603, it's talking about bridal makeup, special occasion makeup for eyes. dramatic smoky eyes. It's explaining, how to go about doing the service. On page 604, photography and video application. So obviously there's such a thing out there. People call it HD makeup. The combination of HD and bright lighting can dilute the look of makeup. Highlight all of this and put a star next to it. But that does not mean you need to apply more makeup. Adjusting the darkness of the brows and choosing slightly more intense colors for the eyes, cheeks, and lips work well without the use of heavier foundation. Airbrushing is ideal for many types of videos, film, and live events. The coverage is seamless and can be used effectively on the face and body. Okay, so next up, airbrush makeup. Airbrush makeup is used for photography, film, theater, fantasy, and bridal makeup. Airbrush makeup is sprayed on, and techniques both include both freehand and stencils. Airbrushing has the following benefits. Put a star next to it. Hygienic, long-lasting, friction, and water-resistant, yet simple to remove. More efficient and faster to apply than traditional makeup. Lightweight, natural, and provides a flawless look. Airbrush makeup is used for the following applications: face and body art, washable tattoos, and artificial tans. Makeup applications, foundation, shading, and highlighting. Use of stencils. Page 605, recognize the benefits of camouflage makeup. So what is this exactly? So camouflage makeup is an important skill set for working with post-operative patients, persons with congenital effects of scarring, or people who are experiencing illnesses or injury. This work is typically done in a doctor's office, hospital, or cancer center. Advanced training is required to learn specific contraindications relating to working with needs of these clients who may have adverse reactions to certain products or methods of application. This is a rewarding career for those interested in advanced training. Put a star next to that. Tattoo cover-up, working on yourself or a classmate. Use color theory as you work to cover up a tattoo. All right. So yeah, that's definitely something fun that, if you're interested in learning how to cover up tattoos, it's something that you can absolutely do and practice on a classmate that may have a few. Next page, page 606. Demonstrate the application of artificial lashes. Again, the application of strip lashes, even cluster lashes, will be something that is usually done during a full makeup application demo. Artificial eyelashes are an easy way to add length, thickness, and drama to any makeup application. This service may require extra time as well as cost for the set of lashes, and thus require you to additional charges to a client's bill. Types of lashes. So 3 types of artificial eyelashes are commonly used: band, tabs, and individual lashes. So what are band lashes? Put a star next to it. That's an answer to number 42. Also known as strip lashes are eyelash hairs on a strip that are applied with adhesive to the natural lash line. Tabs will be more like this, you guys, okay? Are small clusters of 3 or 4 lashes on one point of attachment. Then you have individual lashes, are separate artificial eyelashes that are applied on top of the upper lashes one at a time. These are not to be confused with the synthetic eyelash extensions that can last up to 2 months. Highlight that, put a star next to it, number 47. So you guys, there's definitely different options out there for a makeup application. The use of strip band lashes is the most commonly one used. And of course, we know that it has to be used with an adhesive glue in order for it to be long lasting and for it to obviously stay. There are some contraindications here that you can read over and be aware of on page 607. Page 608, let's talk about removing artificial eyelashes. Highlight all of this, put a star next to it, number 43. To remove artificial eyelashes, use eye pads saturated with what? An oil. An oil-based eye makeup remover that is formulated to remove waterproof mascara. The lash base may also be softened by applying a face cloth or cotton pad saturated with warm water and a gentle facial cleanser. Hold the cloth over the eyes for a few seconds to soften the adhesive. Starting from the outer corner, remove the lashes carefully to avoid pulling out the client's own lashes. We wouldn't want that to happen, right? Pull strip lashes off parallel to the skin, not straight out. Use wet cotton pads or swabs to remove any makeup and adhesive remaining on the eyelid. Okay, now describe tinting lashes and brows on makeup clients. So, lash and brow tinting is used to darken lashes and brows. It is nice for clients with lighter hair to have some color that lasts obviously a few weeks rather than penciling in the brows or having lighter eyelashes without mascara. Tint is effective for those who have enough hair to darken. If the hair is sparse, tinting may not show up enough to be effective. Tinting is a quick procedure that can be great add-on service to facials or waxing. The application must be precisely placed inside of the brow shape. It is very important to keep the tint off the skin unless requested for the brow area. Color takes very quickly, so any excessive on the skin may be removed within seconds or it could remain there for weeks. We obviously do not want to leave any type of stain on the skin that the client obviously does not want there. Other eyelash services. Let's talk about eyelash extensions. So, eyelash extensions are single synthetic or natural hairs that are applied one by one on the client's natural lashes with a special adhesive. Fine tip forceps or tweezers are used to apply the lash extensions, and it can take up to 2 hours to apply a set. Partial applications and touch-ups take less time. The bond will last for the life cycle of the natural lashes, approximately 2 months. I would say a lot less than that, and those of you that wear eyelashes know that that's a fact. Fills or touch-ups are necessary as the hair grows and the extensions need to be replaced. For example, to last, makeup application and cleansing should be gentle around the lash area. Research on the quality of the adhesive and its safety, it is recommended. Advanced training and practices are obviously necessary when it comes to performing eyelash extensions. Now, besides eyelash extensions, there is something else called lash perming, which is it as lash lifting. So, lash perming is the process of chemically curling the lashes. Research on the quality and safety of the perm solution is recommended. Advanced training and practice are necessary before performing this service. And if you are, again, a personal student of mine, you will learn how to do lash lifting, okay? And yeah, lash lifting, tinting, laminations, definitely something that you will be learning in class, and it is something that is very popular. Those are popular services that can definitely be something that you could consider adding to your service menu when you are up and running. All right, you guys, explain the benefits of permanent makeup application. So on page 609, it is going over permanent makeup. So on page 610, one specific area growing in popularity for the eyebrows is known as microblading. Highlight this, put a star next to it, number 48. Microblading is defined as a tattooing or semi-permanent makeup technique where a small handheld device made up of tiny needles is used to add pigment to the skin. It is considered semi-permanent as the color will fade and require touch-ups. Check with your state as it is a requirement to perform this technique, and this is an advanced technique requiring obviously additional training. And again, you can read more about it on page 610. On page 611, describe the benefits of a career in makeup. Makeup artists play an important role in the aesthetics field. Many opportunities are available for makeup artists in clinical offices, film, video, theater, and fashion. These art forms give individuals a chance to be creative, a natural part of the full-service menu for spas and salons. Makeup services complement other services offered by estheticians. To thrive in this business, it is important to keep up with current styles, sell yourself, and present yourself very well. Commercial photographs often work with freelance makeup artists. In fashion photography, a makeup artist works with models. Magazines and advertising layouts often require ultra fashionable hairstyles and makeup to call attention to products or clothing. You guys highlight that. That's for question 50. Another exciting avenue for makeup artistry can be found in television. theater, movies, and fashion shows. In this highly competitive field, you may need a lengthy apprenticeship and acceptance into a union. Another option for makeup artists is a career in mortuary science. Put a star next to that, number 49. Many people believe that viewing the deceased as a comforting psychological effect on the bereaved family and friends, and custom is widely practiced. Training includes the study of restorative art. Restoration work requires a high degree of skill and must be performed under the direction of a mortician. In this career, the esthetician or cosmetologist works only on preparing and applying cosmetics. All right, you guys, on page 612, it's talking more about freelance makeup artistry, marketing freelance makeup services, makeup marketing tips, and all of that. And on page 614, it's talking about promote retail services as a makeup artist and so forth. And again, this is a very long chapter. It even continues with an actual explanation of a full application and so forth. So again, you can find a lot of really useful information for those of you that maybe don't know a whole lot about makeup and this is something that really interests you. It even has the application of artificial lashes like the strips and so forth. So again, if you're one of my students, be on the lookout for a demo on the full professional makeup application. But yes, you guys, freelance makeup artistry is extremely popular. Like I said earlier, it is a multi-billion-dollar industry and you can definitely make a lot of money if you put yourself out there. And remember that no one is ever just born an artist or just truly amazing without practicing. And it always starts on practicing on yourself. I always say that the beauty of makeup is the fact that, unless you're actually doing permanent makeup, it's not permanent and you can always wash it off, try again, play with colors. It's okay to break the rules sometimes. I know this chapter it's going over a lot of information, but trust me, like the beauty of makeup is the fact that you can break the rules, try different colors, whatever draws your attention, and look for inspiration and try to recreate. It is a lot of information that I highly recommend that you go back and read over it. I know I skipped a lot of it. Well, not a whole lot, but I did skip some information that was just describing the application. Like I said, it's always best when it's shown. So I'm sure you guys can look for additional information, demos, videos that can help you understand makeup artistry a lot better. But when it comes to understanding the foundation, the fundamental, it is a great chapter to read over. Can be a little overwhelming. I think a lot of you are like, wow, it is very long. And yes, it is. But you guys, that is really it for this video. I hope you found it helpful for those of you that like to listen to the information and you find it that it helps you retain and remember. So again, if you found it helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you made it until the very end of this video, thank you so much. I know it's a long one, but you guys, as always, let's keep going, let's keep growing, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.